Traditionally we're going to use these front two knuckles. So I'm making my hand like a fist, squeezing the thumb tight, putting most of the weight onto the first knuckle. Of course we can also work the center knuckle. So we've got more weight on the center knuckle this way. And even the back knuckles. You can change the orientation of your wrist. You can twist as you're coming up and down too. So we have different fingertip push-ups. I'm going to use the tips of the fingers if possible. So come this way, hold the fingers straight, not collapsing into the finger this way, squeezing in. As if you're squeezing your hand together this way. So squeezing in, locking the fingers, and then doing your push-ups. So I can focus on, say, just 4 fingers, 3 fingers. You can't do many repetitions of regular finger push-up. You just want to stick with that until you can do 40 or 50 relatively easily. In the beginning, because we don't want to injure the fingers, a good way to do with any of these special push-ups is to stay on the knees. You just start to get the feeling, start to develop the strength. I can do 5 finger, 4 finger, 3 finger, 2 finger. Obviously 2 finger is, requires balance because you don't have much balance, so it's strengthening the wrist. Also a lot more strength. So here, this way, because the balance is a little bit trickier. It's collapsing. I need to work more on the regular finger push-up. More advanced is I'm going to come, especially once you develop the finger strength, I'm going to take my thumb out of the equation. So I'm sticking my fingers into the ground, focusing them straight, and coming down this way. Again, it requires a lot of wrist conditioning, a lot of wrist strength. If you're going to use your working these, a rubber pad works really well. It's going to take away the pain so you can develop the strength. So when you're doing these type of movements, you jab the fingers into the mat, it's a little bit easier. In kata we have a lot of techniques which involve the second knuckle, so nakadake ponken and keiko ken this way. So strengthening these knuckles, again, it requires a lot of wrist strength and finger strength. So in the beginning, again, if you cannot do regular finger push-ups, maybe 40 or 50 easily, you don't want to start going to these type of techniques yet. In the beginning, use the rubber pad. So when I get the technique, I'm going to use the rubber pad. Let's say I want to work this position here. Lock the fingers, keep the wrist in a straight line through the tip of the knuckle. Stay on your knees and just press. Once you can hold that, then you can start coming down this way. You start coming down here. Once you can do that, you can come up into regular push-up position. So we're really working that middle knuckle right here. More challenging is going to be the one knuckle. So same thing, we use the rubber pad. Try and keep a straight line from the tip, the knuckle through the wrist. Press your weight, squeeze the fist tight. Once you can do that, from your knees, you come down. And once you can do that, then you can start maybe staying up in a regular push-up and then doing push-ups. So all the weight is just on your one knuckle. So this is a little bit challenging and it might be painful too. Once you've done that, you can do fairly easily here. And you can even move to a wood floor. What I recommend doing on a wood floor, once you develop the strength, is you take one hand in the fingertip position, one hand in this position. In the beginning, you might want to support with your thumb. But once I've done it a little bit here, so I'll put my weight here. Maybe I'll change side and do on the other one. So I'm developing strength in the finger, the wrist, and the tip of the knuckle. Now finally, once you've been practicing on the rubber mat, you've been practicing one hand, then you can perhaps start doing just a regular push-up on this knuckle. It's a little bit challenging. Let's see. I'll get my position. Nice and slow. So there you have a few different push-ups you can do. Remember, in Goju Kata, you have movements where you're using these positions. So it's required to be able to do those type of techniques. Seppai Kata, Nakadake Konke. So these movements are important. Shisochin no Nukite.